Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So, we have a BMW E92, but this is the same for E90, E91, E92 and E93s. It's got a problem where these headlights, which I lovingly restored about 9 months ago or something, are now pointing at the floor, or they were pointing at the floor. I adjusted them up to make it usable until now when I'm getting around to fixing it, but the issue is that this car has got Xenon lights, so it has got level sensors for the headlights on the front and the back, and the front one's broken. So that's what this video is. I'm going to change, it's not the sensor itself, it's the rod that connects it to the suspension arm that's broken. I'm going to change that. So let's get on with it. I need to take that wheel off. Yes. And so, with some perseverance,
in Jesus you will persevere,
managed to get the wheel off, and now we can see the issue. This is the front headlight level sensor, which is connected to the car and the suspension. So when the suspension goes up and down, this moves. And now with it broken, with that being dropped like that, it basically thinks that this arm here is further away than what it actually is. So it thinks the front of the car's lifted up, which means let's put the headlights to point at the floor. Now, you've got the same thing on the back, or slightly different arrangement, but the same thing on the back, and I assume that if it brakes on the back, the headlights might point in the sky, if it is the same arrangement. But this is the front one, and it's done that. So yeah, the headlights are pointing to the floor. So I need to change this bit. And this should be a nice, simple task. So simple, in fact, that I'm probably going to have to drag it out, otherwise it's not going to be a long enough video. So first thing is, it's got, I don't know how well that shows up, but let's zoom in so you can see it. There's a clip which holds it to the wishbone, which I need to carefully and lovingly just manage to unclip by sticking a screwdriver into it in various angles. There's a little piece there which, there we go, yes. And now that pulls off the wishbone, leaving us with that. And then at the other end we have a 10mm nut, which is on the back side of that there, which we are now onto. And we have also got a flat on this side of it, so we can hold onto that piece, and now we should be able to undo that. Yes. You should be able to undo it. Yes. Like so. Better. And now with that removed, we can unremove this new one, which we just put that into there like so, and then put this nut on here, and obviously torque it up as required. Yes. And then as for this bit, where it says top on it there, I don't know why that's showing up, but it actually says top on it, which goes to the top. And then we need to clip it onto here. There's an actual sort of like cut out for it there, a little lug where it goes between it, like that. And then we need to squeeze that side together, like that. Something like so. And that clip which goes onto that control arm is actually a bit of a dick to get to squeeze together. You've got to squeeze it, and then there is a little barb there which has to go through there and then squeeze through there, but when you try and squeeze it, it tries to move all of it instead. But with a bit of perseverance, we have got it in. So that is that actually now complete, and that is this job sort of done. But this video is going to be too short, so I'm going to have to mess about with some other stuff. First of all, these, I don't know why, but them are on the wrong side of this. Nothing related to this or anything like that, but I'm going to have to sort them out. Yes. And if we take a closer look at this here, we can see why it has in fact fucked up. We have got corrosion inside the ball, making it so the ball can't turn inside the socket, and then when it's moving, it's just snapped the end off it because it can't pivot. So that's why that's broken. Anyway, let's carry on with what we've got to do. First, I need to put that wheel back on. Yes, obviously torqued up as required. And then now I need to adjust these headlights so they're not pointing up in the air. So there's just some 6mm Allen keys there, and one way will make it lower and one way will make it higher. Seems that screwing it in makes it lower. So I need to do that a bit. You probably won't need to do this because you won't have adjusted yours to compensate for the fact that the adjuster's fucked, or the level sensor's fucked. So I need to do this first anyway. And so that should be close enough. It needs adjusting properly on a beam tester, but yeah, if you screw it clockwise, it lowers it. Screw it anti-clockwise, it raises it up. So for that part of it, adjusting the headlights and doing the level sensor, that is done. But I have got one more thing to do, which means I need to take this wheel off now, because this car was in at BMW for a service a couple of weeks ago, and they said that they attempted to change the brake fluid and this nipple on this side. They've done all the rest of them, but this one was seized up and they didn't want to snap it off, so I'm going to try and snap it off instead. So I'm going to see if I can free that off and just... What the fuck? Yes. That's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, the thing is though, is last week we thought it was the other side, and last week I freed the other side off, which was actually quite hard to undo, but it wasn't seized up. And I pumped some fluid through it, which is what I was going to do on this one, but I think it's I think it is the other side that was seized up. So yeah, I was going to add on to the end of this video freeing off a stuck bleed nipple, but it's not actually stuck. I'll elaborate a bit more. And yeah, so basically this car went into BMW for a service a few weeks ago. The same BMW that said that it needed rear brake pads that time. And when they had it in for a service, not only did they stripped the plastic that this goes into on the scuttle panel, so there is replacement bolts from BMW that are slightly fatter, so that's probably common. They broke the lugs off it as well, and like, this isn't something I don't usually slag off other people's work, but I think they had an apprentice doing this. So yeah, they did that, and other than that, they said, we've done your fluid change, but we haven't managed to do it on the front, one of the front ones, because the nipple was seized up. And my dad read it as being, I don't know where the mix-up was, but being the front left. That's when I found that level sensor broken, about a week ago, when I was undoing the supposedly seized bleed nipple. Now this one on this side, it was tight. It was quite hard to undo. It wasn't what I'd classed as seized, but it was a little bit like, it was a bit on the tight side. And then when I went and looked at the paperwork, he thought that it'd gone to the wrong side, and it was the other side that was seized up. So I thought I'd add on the end of this video freeing off a seized bleed nipple, but it turns out that I think it was the other side. It was this side that they didn't manage to undo, whereas this side was really quite loose, so I'm pretty sure they managed to undo that. So what I did anyway, like I said, is when I did this one, I managed to undo it, and I pumped some fluid through it, so it has had fluid all the way through the system, and it's had a full fluid change. But yeah, like I said, I just thought I'd elaborate on that. But as it turns out, the driver's side was free, because I freed that one off too. A few days ago, apparently, I have no recollection of it. Must be losing my mind or something, or I never had it. But I freed it off and bled some fluid through that side as well. So I've done both sides of it and just forgot about it. So that's good, isn't it? Anyway, this is turning into more of a vlog now, and no one's going to stick around for that shit. So I think that's all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit, and I'll see you next time.